name's Nicolas Cage, and welcome to my review of Willy's Wonderland. Let's go. But all levels of seriousness, guys, I just watched Willy's Wonderland, and it's actually about 12 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to make this quick and simple because I have to get up early in the morning. So I just saw Willy's Wonderland, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on this video. But before you do so, or before I do so, make sure you guys comment down below if you guys have already seen it and let me know what you guys thought of the movie. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social medias. I will leave my names to my social medias up above. So let's get to it. So Willy's Wonderland was actually directed by Kevin Lewis, and I have been following the production of this movie for a while now. Because as soon as I saw something that was going to be very similar to Five Nights at Freddy's or Five Nights at Freddy's-esque movie, I was on board. And the fact that I knew that Nicolas Cage was going to be in this movie brought a huge level of intrigue for this movie, and I have to say I enjoyed it. Now let's get into the plot of Willy's Wonderland, and this is going to be a non-spoiler review, so there's going to be no spoilers. So here we go. Willy's Wonderland is basically about Nicolas Cage driving into this small town, and his car gets damaged. But it turns out to be intentional, as these people plan for him to fix up Willy's Wonderland, and essentially they're trying to bait him into being a human sacrifice for these animatronics that are in, well, this Chuck E. Cheese-like place, which, you know, is kind of ridiculous of a plot when you think about it, but it works because I know what this movie is going for. It's basically Nicolas Cage fighting for survival against these animatronics, and that's all it is. It's not meant to be taken super seriously. There's really not that much of a plot, to be quite honest. It's very straightforward. It's just Nicolas Cage cleaning up this Chuck E. Cheese-like place, Willy's Wonderland, and battling these animatronics. Now, there's these other characters that are on the side of this movie, teenage characters who have backstories. I'm gonna be straight to the point and get my gripes out of the way with this movie. The teenage characters are very throwaway. Most of the time when they were on screen, I wanted it to get back to Nicolas Cage. And not just because I like Nicolas Cage, it's just because the writing for these characters, though they try to give them depth, they're just not that interesting. And that's not good, considering that they keep on shifting over to them, and every time they did that, I was kind of checking the time like, okay, so when are we going to see Nick Cage battling these animatronics again? And I shouldn't feel that way. But honestly, this movie delivered what I expected. I mean, I wasn't expecting this to be a masterpiece or anything great. You know, we have a lot of great scenes, like, you know, Nicolas Cage battling the bathroom guardian gorilla. We have Nicolas Cage battling the ostrich. We have Nicolas Cage battling Willy himself. Very weird name. But, needless to say, it was just a fun B-movie. That's all it really is, guys. And honestly, if you guys like those type of movies, you'll enjoy Willy's Wonderland. Not a lot of depth to get into with this movie. Honestly, the animatronics, oh my god, guys. Like, okay, so the production of this movie, it's guys in suits. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. They felt and looked like real animatronics. They moved like real animatronics. And I liked it because it sold me. It's not like one of those older animatronic movies where you can tell it's guys in suits. They tell them, okay, go ahead and kill this person any way you want. And then it's just, you know, you can tell it's guys in suits. No, I actually had to pay attention, and it's just, you know, it's like the practical effects are just so good, and I love the animatronics in this movie. Each of them has their own personality. They all have, like, unique features about them, and it's unique in general. Now, a lot of people can see this as being a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff. I could see it being that way as well, but this very well stands alone on its own legs. It stands as its own thing. And that's something I really like about this movie. As you guys can tell, I'm a little bit tired. I stayed up just to watch this movie, and I wanted to get this review out as soon as possible for you guys. So as it stands, I had a huge amount of enjoyment out of this movie. Nicolas Cage didn't really talk a lot in the movie, but I'm fine with that. He's Nicolas Cage, and when he had his freak out moments, he had his freak out moments. He didn't talk at all, actually. But when he was yelling, it was just satisfying. All right. Real quick, before I was going to move on to my other topic, I realized as I was looking at this, again, I forgot to mention something else that I found unintentionally funny. And it could have been intentional, and it couldn't have been. But, yeah, when the human characters start dying, they just look like, oh, our friends are dead. Oh, well, let's move on. They just do that a lot, and I'm like, what the crap is that type of response? Especially Nicolas Cage. He just doesn't care, but hey, it's Nicolas Cage. Alright, so Willy's Wonderland is a good, solid film. It's not really anything, like, spectacular. It's a B movie, alright? It's just meant to be a laid-back, you know, just chill out on the couch, eat some popcorn, and just relax type of movie. It's not anything that you should like expect a ton of great material out of. You're expecting just a bunch of animatronic versus man mayhem, alright? That's all it is. And it delivered everything I wanted from a movie that would be centered around animatronics. And I had a fun time with it. So let me know what you guys thought of it if you guys seen it down below. And again, if you guys like the movie, make sure to subscribe today to join the Isaiahization.